as this brochure that was created by the U.S. State Department and OSAC, the Overseas Security Advisory Council, states you can study in Mexico. The idea that the U.S. government says you can't is a myth. At an August 26, 2013 meeting held in Mexico City, the U.S. State Department and OSAC jointly said that in fact lots of U.S. citizens study abroad in Mexico every year and that it's perfectly fine. In fact, they encourage people to study in Mexico as long as they're not going to some of the most violent states that are listed in the U.S. State Department travel warning. If you look at that travel warning, which is in this brochure and is online under the U.S. State Department website, you will see that there are certain states, particularly along the U.S.-Mexico border and states in the northeastern corridor, that are particularly dangerous. But most of those areas are more than 1,000 miles from our beautiful city of Cuernavaca, Mexico, where I've had the pleasure of living for the last 20 years. What is important is not to stay away, but rather to be sensible about where you go and what you do and who you hang out with, just as you would at home or anywhere else that you travel in the world.
For me, the best part about being here is the people here are very nice and welcoming, and they really try to help foreigners have a better time here, a better experience. Also, the museum here for Robert Brady is one of the most amazing houses I've ever seen in my life.
I really like Cuernavaca. It's a really pretty city. The weather is really nice. It's called the land of eternal springtime, and it's true. Right now, you know, it's hot in Indiana. It's summer, but here it's just pleasant and nice and warm. And I think Cuernavaca is a really pretty city. There are a lot of mountains surrounding it, and so you can go out into the mountains and go hiking or go biking. But also here in the city, you have a lot of culture and a lot of different events going on. You have a really nice independent movie theater. You have a lot of music performances and things like that. And for someone from the U.S., those things aren't really that expensive.
What initially attracted me to Cuernavaca was that Mexico City was too crazy, too polluted, too stressing, and so here it was a more relaxed way of life. The weather attracted me. Being close to Mexico City was another thing. Also, life here is a little more informal. You can dress more casually, and there's no rush to go to many places. Like in Mexico City, the time is not always not sufficient. And another thing is that I find, and I thought before, and that was confirmed, that this was a very LGBT friendly city.
The neighborhood where I lived in Cuernavaca, just at the beginning coming in and not speaking very much Spanish and knowing no one, and then at the end saying hello to everyone on the street and just feeling like I was really part of the neighborhood, that was a really important part for me. So
I live with the host family, and the street that we live on is the calmest street you could possibly live on here. There isn't many cars, there's not a lot of people that walk by. It's a very calm neighborhood. In general, you can walk around and you feel generally safe here.
I just really fell in love with Cuernavaca. It's a beautiful place, really warm and inviting, and I came back to finish my school, which I did. Super happy about that, and I came back to be here and keep building the relationships that I started when I first came here.
I think it's as dangerous as many cities in the U.S. and as safe as also many cities in the U.S.
I definitely felt safe. There's things that you can do, like anywhere. If you live in a city, you know, don't walk around at night by yourself, but that's anywhere, and I felt safe knowing all the people in the neighborhood and using the transportation.
Definitely come. Don't let skepticisms or stereotypes or things that you've heard off the news stop you from traveling here.
Cuernavaca is a fabulous city to come and study Spanish, business, political science, anthropology, social work, nursing, you name it. It's just a wonderful place to come and study. It has a spring-like climate year-round, and it's a great place for all kinds of courses. Don't miss out on this great opportunity. come and study in Cuernavaca.